Good morning, you join me at the Freelander again. I'm doing brake discs and pads today. I've bought some pads and discs because the pads, I think they've gone hard. They're making a bit of a grindy noise even though they're not completely down. So I'm going to change the discs as well, which means taking the caliper off, caliper carrier, and trying to get these little screws out there, which are normally really awkward. So I've just got set up. I'll set the camera where you can see, hopefully, and I'll crack on. Amazingly, that went nice and easy. They don't normally. So only a tiny little screw. If you hit it while you turn it, these are hit through screwdrivers. They've got a metal bit on them. If you hit a normal screwdriver, it'll break. If you tap it while you turn it, no, that one's mashing up. Oh dear. No, the head on that one, thought it was too good to be true. Oh, I've got it. The head's slightly gone, but I've got it off. This is stuck fast on there. Right, I'll go and get my socket set. Take the actual caliper off first, which is two 12 mils. Sliders, yeah, they're working nice. See, there's quite a bit of meat left on these pads, but they have gone hard. Disc is loose now. We have to undo these at the back. I think these are 15 caliper carrier. Am I right? Yes, 15 mil. I'm sure that's on there. Make sure they're both loose first. If you take the top one out and you try and do the bottom one, they can spin. They are tight, but they're coming out. Yet again, this is all done in real time. It's taken me 5 minutes to jack it up, put it on an axle stand. All done with hand tools. I did gun the wheel nuts off though. Right, and there is the caliper carrier, which I'm going to clean up in a minute. There's the old disc. It's not too bad. There's a bit of a lip on it. but I say the pads have just gone hard, so could have probably just got away with pads, but for pads and discs it was £60, and I thought it's all new then, isn't it? It's all done and new. Plate's still alright. Right, now we clean up this part here to make sure it's got no lumps and bumps on it. Get the rust off. There's a bit of a clean up. Right, I'll go and open my box of new bits. I'll get that together. This I'm going to give a clean in these parts here where the pads go. They will also get some copper grease, but I don't use copper grease now. I use this stuff, which is like industry standard for brakes. The sliders are working well, which is good. Right, I'll open my box of tricks and I'll get back to you. Right, I'm going to apply a bit of grease. To this inside. It's sticking. Now there's two screw holes here. They line up to these here. So we just have to work out where they are, which is there. And that. Goes on like that. I've cleaned this off with brake cleaner as well. As they come oiled so they don't rust. Now I'm going to pop the screws back in. Retaining screws which hold the disc in place. To be honest, they're not 100% needed because the wheel nut and the wheel holds the disc actually in place, but it's just it just keeps them in place. A lot of car companies do it, some companies don't do it now. Right, that is on. Let's get this caliper carrier back in. Give these a brush as well, because it helps when you're threading them back in. Top one in first. That's a bit of a fiddle about. One. There is a torque wrench setting for these. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to do them up FT. I'll leave FT to your imagination. The F bit I won't say. The second bit is tight, so it's fuffing tight. And that has got a big long bar on that for doing that, so you know they're going to be tight. There we go. Now I need to get my G-clamp. Also undone the reservoir under the bonnet for the brake fluid, because when you're pushing the piston back in, it can cause, I've never had it, but it can cause your master cylinder seals to blow because it's under pressure. So all we do is get a G-clamp onto the piston. That's going in nicely. Just push that all the way back as far as it'll go. There we go. That's ready to go back on. First, a little bit of grease where the pads sit. Like I say, this isn't just normal grease, this is proper brake grease. So if you can't get this or don't use it, you can use copper-ease as well. Pads out. It's the new set of pads. And these new pads have got an anti-squeal thing on the back, but I will put a bit of grease on them as well because sometimes they do make a noise, and they literally go in like that and in. Simple as that. Back ones are a bit more awkward because you can't see what you're doing. There we go. And get a bit more of this grease. We'll put it on the area, which will be there. There. And then on the back one, in the centre, which is where the piston will push. Right, now the caliper is ready to go back on. There we go. First caliper bolt on the top. So I always do bolts to start with by hand because you can feel whether they're cross-threading or not. The last thing you want is a cross-threaded bolt. The top one is not playing ball, are you? Well, in you go. There we go. Then literally tighten them up, put your wheel on, torque your wheels up, pump your brake pedal until it goes hard, rinse and repeat and do the other side. Well, that is how quick, if all goes well, you can change them. So another little vid for you. Like, subscribe, share and all that stuff. And taking a quote from Mike off of another channel I watch, making Land Rovers better. Just improving on bits all the time. Okay, catch you all later.